Hello down there. You're welcome. I heard that.
Ken, our announcer.
Yeah, I've got the other mic coming through also.
Are you hearing Ken come down the line?
Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay, sounds good. We'll monitor that level-wise ourselves as well. Cool. Okay, sounds good.
Bogus. Bogus.
Some of the very best under 17-year-old hockey players have converged right here in beautiful Colorado Springs, Colorado, for the 15th annual Under 17 Five Nations Tournament presented by Athletics. Hello, everyone, and welcome inside the beautiful Robeson Arena on the campus of Colorado College, where this afternoon or this evening, if you're joining us from Europe, the first game of this 10-game tournament will begin in just a couple of moments as Switzerland will take on Cechia in Game 1 of this 15th edition of the Five Nations Tournament. My name's Ken Landau. We're so glad you're with us here for this first game of the tournament. 9 more to come after this. Slovakia, the United States, and Germany joining Switzerland and Cechia in this year's event. Slovakia has the day off. Germany and the United States will play later on this evening. But for Game 1, it is a big matchup. Every team wants to get off to a great start, and certainly Switzerland and Team Cechia are looking to do exactly that. There are a lot of things to talk about as we get set for the opening game of this wonderful tournament. The United States is the defending champion, winning in Visp, Switzerland last year. But as the teams gathered here in Colorado Springs, there are a lot of different factors that they're going to have to deal with. For the European squads, they will have to adjust to a smaller ice surface. The ice here at the Robeson Arena is an NHL-size rink, so it's 200 feet long by 185 feet in width. That's 15 feet narrower than the teams play on over in Europe. Another big factor for these teams will be dealing with the elevation. The building here in Colorado Springs, the Robeson Arena, sits at 6,230 feet above sea level. That's 1,899 meters above sea level, and we are in the shadow of America's mountain, Pikes Peak, which just a few miles from where we are right now towers over the city of Colorado Springs at 14,115 feet of height. That's 4,302 meters. So the thinner air is something that both teams will have to adjust to. The Swiss squad probably, is at least some of the players coming from mountain locales, won't have quite the same issues with the altitude, the thinner air, but certainly Team Cechia will have to make some adjustments, and that means shorter shifts and certainly drinking plenty of water. Hydration is extremely important. These players are 16 years old. This is a great opportunity for many of the players on both teams. This is their first ever visit to the United States of America. So there's a cultural aspect to this tournament. There's excitement. There's an opportunity to play in front of scouts, both in terms of professional teams and U.S. college scouts as well. And of course, for national pride, both of these teams desperately want a good showing, and the best way to do that is to get off to a quick start here this afternoon or this evening for our friends watching over in Cechia. Aho! And for those of you watching in Switzerland, well, we've got to say hello in 3 different languages, don't we? Hallo for those German-speaking in Switzerland, ciao, and bonsoir. The home team for Game 1 is Team Cechia. They'll be wearing the red jerseys with the white trim. They gather around their goaltender, Adam Ebenstreit, tapping their sticks and getting themselves pumped up for Game 1. And at the other end of the ice, Team Switzerland wearing the white jerseys with the red trim. William McNutt will get the start in goal for Team Switzerland here in this opener of the 15th annual Five Nations Tournament presented by Athletics. This is the 16th year that it began 16 years ago. Of course, in 2020, there was no tournament because of the COVID-19 pandemic. But certainly everyone pleased to be back at it for the 2nd consecutive year. There are fans in the building already from Switzerland, which is great to see. And throughout the week, the crowds will build here in the Robeson Arena, which is less than a year old. It's home to the Colorado College Tiger hockey team. Colorado College plays in the NCHC, the top collegiate league in the United States, and a program that has produced 2 players that will be playing later tonight up in Edmonton in the World Junior Championships, as it will be a U.S.-Germany night. But here we've got Switzerland and Cechia for game 1 of the Five Nations tournament, and we are set to get things started. At center ice, the centers, Robin Antonen for Team Switzerland, and for Team Cechia, Adam Tillbach, and the Swiss win the opening draw. They'll get things started. Certainly nerves, always something to contend with when you start a tournament like this, and the Swiss put the puck into the Cechia zone, but it's quickly cleared back out to center ice, and the Swiss regain control. It'll be dumped in off the right wing corner. Antonen picks it up in the left corner for Team Switzerland. He'll swing it in behind the goal. Picked up over in the corner by Galvas. Galvas for Cechia. And it's played up over on the left side to Lukas Kral. Kral gets it out to center ice, but it's kicked right back in to the Cechia zone. Over on the left wing, it is Ustinov putting it behind the net for Switzerland. Kicked around, now it's put out in front. Chance for the Swiss. But the puck rolls off the stick of Ponzetto, and it's cleared out across the Cechia blue line, put right back in. And it's pushed ahead now again to center ice. Meyer had it for a moment, loses the puck. Bennett walks down the left side, goes through the left circle. His shot from deep on the left side, kicked out by McNutt. First scoring chance of the game goes to Team Cechia. And the Swiss take control yet again. They'll push it across the Cechia line. It's pushed into the near corner. Centering pass goes off a stick, and it's gathered in by Curran. Curran gets it ahead, and now here's another chance for Cechia, and coming down the left side, and McNutt holds the post and makes another nice save. Here come the Swiss again. Meyer will backhand it into the Cechia zone. Behind the net, it's Zielinski. Zielinski pushes it back over along the near boards and then swept around the wall by Domenicelli. It'll be cleared ahead into the Swiss zone, pushed behind the net, and Spilka leaves it behind the goal as the teams change on the fly here. Switzerland having a little bit of trouble in their own end. Catan will roll it around the boards over to the far side. Zaleski controls in the right corner, sends it back to the line for Schmerda. Schmerda rolls it in behind the Swiss net. Spelka puts it to Glass. Glass comes out of the right corner. He'll send it back to the line. Shot from the blue line goes off a leg into the far corner, and it's taken by Sansonens. Sansonens will lift it out to center ice. Schmerda for Cechia will dump it right back into the Swiss zone. Battle for the puck behind the net, squirts right out front, backhand shot and a goal! Cechia strikes first. 2 minutes and 45 seconds into the first period, and they take the 1-0 lead. And for Cechia, Andre Koss will get the goal. A turnover, and it turns into a goal for Team Cechia, so they take the early lead. So Koss gets the goal, he backhands it in, and Cechia strikes first. Koss with some international experience last year, playing for the under-16 team in international competition for Cechia. And the puck is pushed back into the Swiss zone. Picked up by Ustenkopf, and Ustenkopf will get it to center ice, and he gets some help there from Niels Werley. He'll dump it into the Cechia zone along the right wing boards. Moser rolls it back behind the net, taken by Helinski. Helinski bangs it off the far boards, and here comes Cechia on the attack. Nifty little move cutting down the right side by Adam Bennick. Bennick is one of the smaller players, but he can flat out fly up and down the ice. Here come the Swiss up ice now, gaining the red line. It's Ustenkopf, and he'll dump it in behind the Cechia goal. Just shy of 4 minutes into this first period. Team Cechia with the 1-0 lead. Maximilian Curran skates down the right side. Backhand shot goes wide of the net. Battle for the puck along the near boards in the Swiss zone. Lee Richard leaves it for Reber, Reber swings it back over to the far side, and Sansones plays it off over to the left side. It's going to be lifted out to center ice and down to the Team Cechia line by Ponzetto. Spilka for Team Cechia will dump it in, and behind the Swiss net, McNutt plays it. Strong forecheck by Team Cechia as Koss, who has the goal, lets a shot go that sails high and wide of the net. He'll get it back over on the right side. Koss gives the puck over to Sebastian Glass. It'll be played around the boards over to the near side. Galvas keeps it in, feeds it down low, stepping right out front for Cechia is Andre Koss, looking for his second goal of the first period, but William McNutt is there to make the save. McNutt for Team Switzerland, a dual citizen, has both Swiss and Canadian citizenship. 5 minutes gone in the first period, and Cechia with a 1-0 lead. 6 shots on goal for Team Cechia through the first 5 minutes. And off the face-off, controlled by the Swiss. Mugli has it behind his own net. Left-hand shot defenseman. Feeds it ahead to his own blue line for Charlie Toole. Toole couldn't do much with it. And now Joel Kurt has it skip over his stick, and Tittelbach will bring it down the left side for Cechia. Tittelbach has it knocked off his stick, and it's going to be picked up by Tarchini. Tarchini swings it up ice and down into the Cechia zone. Svozil kicks it ahead, and now here comes Team Cechia again, pushing it deep into the Swiss zone. Ustenkov swings it over to the far corner. Antonin gets it up the left side. Wehrle couldn't handle the puck, and it's center ice. Cechia takes over once again. Pass skips past Tepley and down into the Swiss zone. John Meyer sends it ahead. Bosson stopped at the Cechia line. Curran across the line for Team Cechia. His shot is blocked. He'll get it right back. He'll get it over to Galvas. Galvas had trouble handling the puck. Now gathers it in over along the left wing boards. Galvas will spin it in behind the net. Comes right out in front. Here's a shot from point blank range that's kicked out by McNutt. As right there on the doorstep was Kobiesa. Play at center ice. Curran hands it off to Galvas on the left side. Poke checked off his stick. He'll get it right back. He'll swing it around the boards. Behind the net it goes. Mugli sends it to the line but can't get it out. Jiricek plays it around the wall, and over on the near side, Joel Kurt can't get it out. He'll get it right back. Now he'll backhand a pass over to the left side, and the Swiss try to get something going. In the early moments of the game, first minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes, the Swiss had some chances, couldn't get a shot on goal. Big hit over along the far boards. Now coming down the right side, shot from close range by Fibiger is stopped by McNutt. Team Cechia buzzing in the Swiss zone. Along the left side, Glass will swing it behind the net. Played over to the right wing boards. Zielinski leaves it for Glass. Glass plays it into the corner. Team Cechia still with control. Wraparound attempt is stopped. And now here comes Team Switzerland breaking up ice. Up to center ice, it's Wehrle. He'll dump it into the Cechia zone. 12 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in the first period. Cechia with a 1-0 lead. Ustenkov carries behind his own net for Team Switzerland. Ustenkov carries up the right side. Ustenkov across the Cechia line. Ustenkov tries to split the defense, couldn't do it. Now kept alive in the zone by Villard. Villard's shot redirected, and now it's cleared out to center ice. Geiger for Switzerland can't put it back into the Cechia zone. Less than 12 minutes remaining in the first period here in the first game of the 15th Five Nations tournament presented by Athletics. Now here's Juracek. Juracek, nifty little move to skate down the right side. The defenseman forced behind the net, taken out of the play. Now Benak gives it back to Juracek. Juracek along the right wing boards, pinned along the wall by John Meyer. Puck squirts free. Now Benak gets it over to Galvas. Has a man right out in front. Sent it to the door mouth, but Jakub Gallner couldn't do much with it. And we've got McNutt grabbing the puck, and he'll hold on to it. And we'll have a face-off in the Team Switzerland zone with 11 minutes, 10 seconds to play in the first period. Andre Koss with the lone goal in the first period for Team Cechia. Team Cechia with 9 shots on goal so far, none. 0 for Team Switzerland. Play at the Swiss line. Galvas. It's played around the boards over to the near side, and it's lifted ahead to center ice. Tool tips it down to the Cechia zone. Zielinski can't get it out of his own end. Puck fed into the slot, but nothing doing there as Team Cechia doing a nice job collapsing in their own zone defensively. Puck's going to be played around the boards over to the near side. Lifted back behind the Swiss net. Mugli gets it ahead, and here is Antonin. Nifty little move, cuts down the left side. His shot from deep in the left circle is stopped by Ebenstreit, his first save of the game. And Ebenstreit snapped, it looks like, snapped on his helmet. So he'll need a little work done there. But Ebenstreit, a 5'11" 159-pound 16-year-old, just turned 16. His birthday was August 7th. So a belated happy birthday to Adam Ebenstreit, celebrating his birthday in North America. Face off to his right. And Cechia wins the draw. But now the Swiss take over. They'll try to get something going here. Now centering pass, chance right out front for Jordan Forget, and he lifted the puck over the net. Loose puck behind the goal. Ponzetto can't get to it for Team Switzerland. And now here comes Cechia. Tittelbach, nifty little move, turns on the Jets, cuts toward the net. He's hauled down. Penalty call coming to Switzerland. It's going to be a tripping call. And the first penalty of the game going against Team Switzerland. It'll be a 2-minute minor for tripping. So the first power play chance of the game coming up for Team Cechia. But the Swiss finally getting a scoring chance. But Tittelbach goes sliding hard into William McNutt. And John Meyer goes to the box for Switzerland. Patrick Schub, the head coach for Team Switzerland. He's been busy. Before this tournament got underway, he was up in Red Deer, Alberta, Canada, with the Swiss team taking part in the Hlinka Gretzky Cup for under 18 players, and was also part of the evaluation squad for the World Junior Championships, which start in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada tonight. So Cechia with the first power play of the game, looking to add to their 1-0 lead. They set things up. Here's a long shot by David Svozil. It sails over the net. Battle for the puck along the near boards. Tepley for Team Cechia. Had it bounce off both skates, and now it's going to be cleared down the ice by Tarcini for Switzerland. 30 seconds gone in the penalty to Meyer for Switzerland. Cechia has dominated the first 11 minutes of this hockey game. They lead at 1-0, out shooting the Swiss 10-2 to this point. They are on the power play for another 70 seconds. Here's Galvas over on the right side for Team Cechia. Behind the back pass over to Tittelbach. Tittelbach with a shot, that's blocked. Rebound comes over to the near side. Jiricek with a blast that goes wide of the net. And the rebound caroms all the way back down behind the Team Cechia net. Ivan Streit leaves it behind his own goal. Still 45 seconds remaining in the man advantage for Cechia. Svozil gets it ahead to Benek. Benek along the left wing boards. Benek working in the left corner now. Gets it to Tepley. Tepley back to the line. He'll get it right back. Mid boards left side. Tepley looking out front. Tepley gives it to Benek. Benek goes behind the net. Pass comes over to Svozil. He'll step into the left circle. Svozil works behind the Swiss net. Benek, now Tepley on the left side. Tepley holds it for a moment, now gives it to Benek, back over to Tepley. Tepley gives it back to Svozil. His blast goes well wide of the net. 3 seconds left in the power play. And a shot is blocked, and the Swiss have killed off the penalty. Puck sent the length of the ice. Meyer, fresh out of the penalty box, picks it up into Chechia's zone. Meyer, the defenseman, couldn't control the puck behind the net. It comes back to the line. Long shot by Richard is blocked. And the Swiss trying to get something going here. Reber goes behind the net, shovels it back to the line. Long shot goes well wide of the goal. 7 minutes and change remaining in period one. Cechia with a 1-0 lead. Basson puts it behind the net for Switzerland. Puck comes over to the right side, and Richard can't do anything with it. It's kicked out to center ice and down to the Swiss line. Basson will take it. He will send it ahead of the Cechia line. Team Switzerland trying to get something going here. Ustenkopf will send it cross ice. Now a pass comes into the slot. Shot deflects off a body out in front. Villard took the shot. A scoring chance for Switzerland, but they couldn't get the puck on net. 6.5 minutes to play in the first period. Meyer for Switzerland up across the Cechia line. Puck knocked off his stick. Chance right out in front for Geiger, but the puck bounced over his stick. Meyer keeps it in at the line for Switzerland. And Geiger steps into the slot. Here's another chance. Penalty call coming here against Cechia. And the first penalty against Team Cechia coming up. And the Swiss will get an opportunity with the man advantage. Their first power play. Team Cechia wins the face-off, and they're able to send it down the ice. William McNutt leaves it for Joel Kurt. Tripping is the call to Sebastian Glass. Under 6 minutes remaining in the first period. Cechia with a 1-0 lead. Koss with the goal. Andre Koss scoring 2 minutes and 45 seconds into the game. The Swiss now trying to get things set up on the power play. Niels Wehrli in the right corner. He was tied up. Kurt tried to get it back to Wehrli. Pass broken up, sent to the line, but kept in by Mugli. Mugli to the top of the left circle. Pass by Basson is broken up, but the Swiss keep control. They'll roll it behind the Cechia net. 1 minute remaining in the power play, but Team Cechia will get the puck and send it the length of the ice. McNutt has trouble with the puck. It's taken away from him by Curran. Curran couldn't do anything with it, and now the Swiss have a chance in the remaining 40 seconds to get something generated with a man advantage. Here's an opportunity as the pass from Reber. Broken up in the slot, and it's kicked back in behind the net. Loose puck picked up and cleared by Team Cechia. McNutt will stop it and then play it ahead. Time for one last rush for Team Switzerland. Here's Ustenkopf across the line, but he delayed just a split second at the blue line, and that forces an offside call against power play. Shots are 10-4 in favor of Cechia. The score 1-0. Cechia with the lead, scoring 2:45 into the game. Now here is a chance for Toole. Toole with a shot. That sailed wide of the right post. Kept in at the line by Meyer. Meyer for Switzerland. His pass deflects. Kept alive by Tarcini. But the Cechia Team Cechia gets it out of the zone. And it will be tipped back into the Cechia zone. The penalty has expired. Glass is out of the box. Each team has had a power play. Neither team has been able to score. Now here's an interception by Basson, but it's going to be an offside call here against Team Switzerland. The late game here from the Ed Robson Arena will feature Germany and the host squad, Team USA. Slovakia has today off, so they get a chance to watch the other 4 teams play, scout those teams. That's the advantage for Team Slovakia. The disadvantage is they will have to play games in 4 straight days. But these are young men. They're 16 years old. They've got plenty of stamina. They don't mind playing 4 days in a row. At least you wouldn't think that they would. Joel Kurt for Switzerland. Has it taken away from him by Tittelbach. Adam Tittelbach. Nifty little player for Team Cechia. Now Basson. Gets it ahead. Nice little move. Here's a chance for Wehrle, but Wehrle's shot goes over the net. Good scoring opportunity there for Team Switzerland, but every shot that misses the net is a shot that has no chance of going in. Now Yuri Klima from behind the net sends it back to the line. Near steal by Ponzetto, but it's kept in the Swiss zone by Team Cechia, but only for a moment. Here's Forget. Forget up across the Team Cechia line. He'll pull up inside the line, plays it down the right wing. Reber sends it in front. Switzerland keeps control, but a pass is intercepted and it's tipped out to center ice and pushed ahead into the Swiss zone. Bodies collide over in the right corner. Adam Benek comes away with the puck. Benek has it knocked off his stick into the near corner, and Reber can't do anything with it. Here's a chance out in front for Galnor, but it's gloved by McNutt, and he will hold on with 1:49 remaining in the first period of play. 1-0 Cechia. But the Swiss get a little sloppy in their own end, and that gave Jakub Galnor a nice scoring opportunity, but William McNutt standing tall in that Swiss net, and he's been busy. The Team Cechia chances have been outstanding. They have had a lot of good scoring opportunities from close range in this first period. Now here's a steal. Puck is knocked off the stick of Kobiesa, and the Swiss are able to get it out. 80 seconds left in the period. The Swiss would dearly love to get out of this period down by just a goal. And we'll get an icing call here against Team Switzerland. In their white jerseys with the red and white cross on the chest. And off the draw, Tittelbach controls for Cechia. He'll play it around the boards. Koss over on the right side. Didn't have enough behind the pass, and the Swiss take over. Domenicelli will dump it into the Cechia zone. Under a minute to play in the period. Swiss bring it right back in across the line. Here's a shot from deep in the left circle. by Tarchini, and that stop by Evan Strite. And it's cleared out to center ice. The Swiss again gain the zone. Toole centers it. Here's a shot that goes right through the goal mouth. Toole had a chance, and the puck is deflected up to the top of the net. It's on the top of the goal. And the Swiss in the final minute getting a nice scoring chance, but they couldn't put it on goal. As we get another look, as the puck was swept through the slot by Tarchini. And then the puck deflected and ended up on the top of the net. 27.8 seconds remaining in the period. Cechia wins the draw. Carried ahead to center ice by Kobiesa. Kobiesa forced into the right corner. And the Swiss will take over. 10 seconds left in the period. Basson, his pass broken up. It's chipped ahead to center ice. And Ustenkov will give it over to the left side, and the final seconds roll off the clock. There's the horn to end the first period of the 15th annual Five Nations Under-17 tournament. And Cechia has the lead after 20 minutes of play here at the Ed Robson Arena in Colorado Springs, Colorado. 1-0 Cechia after one period of play. The goal came early in the period, but for Team Cechia, they had to be pleased with the results of the first 20 minutes of play. Václav Eisman, their head coach, born on Christmas Day back in 1976. But the first period comes to an end, a dominant period by and large for Team Cechia. They outshoot Team Switzerland 11-7. The Swiss kind of gained their bearings in the last 3 or 4 minutes of the period. Their best opportunities came in the final couple of minutes of the period, but it was Cechia dominating the period, and they have the lone goal through 20 minutes of play. We will take a break. We'll come back with the second period in just a few moments. Again, our score here from Colorado Springs, Colorado, in Game 1 of the Athletics Under-17 Five Nations Tournament. It's Team Cechia 1 and Switzerland no score. Back in a few moments with period number 2. Don't go away. All right. Robeson Arena on the campus of Colorado College. We're set for the second period of the first game of this Five Nations tournament. Cechia with a 1-0 lead over Switzerland. The lone goal coming 2 minutes and 45 seconds into that first period. Andre Koss with the goal for Team Cechia. Let's take a look at that goal, and it was a great effort by Koss as the puck came out front, and his backhander beat William McNutt as Team Cechia dominated the first 15-16 minutes of the game as they had William McNutt scrambling, but McNutt certainly the most important player for Team Switzerland in that first period. Each team had a power play chance in the first 20 minutes, but neither team able to score. The Swiss found their legs a little bit toward the end of the first period. They had a couple of scoring chances like that one right there in the final minute or so, and a puck ends up on the top of the net, but the ones on the top of the net don't count. It's the ones that go into the net that count. But through 20 minutes of play, Cechia with a 1-0 lead. Shots evened out toward the end of that first period. McNutt with 11 saves on the 10 shots that he faced, and Adam Ebenstreit with 7 stops in the period. And we are underway here. The second period. Cechia will push the puck into the Swiss end. And Team Cechia wearing the red jerseys. And here come the Swiss on the attack. Antonin, he shoots and scores. Oh, he put it just inside the right post as he beat Ebenstreit 29 seconds into the second period. And just like that, the Swiss have tied up the game. It's a 1-1 game. 29 seconds in. And Robin Nico Antonin with a beautiful shot just inside the right post. And we've got a tie game. But the Swiss in transition, and it was all Antonin. Skated it in below the top of the left circle and put it past Ebenstreit to even the game at 1 goal each. Here come the Swiss again, breaking out of their own zone. Ponzetto flips it into the slot. It's tipped into the far corner. Loose puck behind the Cechia net. Swiss with control. They've kind of settled down. Unassisted goal for Antonin, and here come the Swiss again. Long shot steered aside by Ebenstreit. Loose puck behind the net. Gathered in by Zielinski. Zielinski pushes it over to the far boards, tipped out of the zone by Maximilian Curran. Now the Swiss at center ice. Puck taken away by David Zozel. Zozel gets it ahead. Here's a shot from Jakub Galnor that misses the net. And the Swiss clear. Now here's a steal. Domenicelli, he lets go with a shot. That's kicked out by Ebenstreit. Leonardo Domenicelli, son of an NHL player. Hanat Domenicelli played 7 seasons in the National Hockey League. Now here's a centering feed. Chance for Team Cechia. Right on the doorstep was Curran, but he couldn't get a shot off. And it's played out to center ice. Geiger plays it back into the Cechia zone. Team Switzerland tying the game up in the first 30 seconds of the second period. Now McNutt had a little trouble with the puck as he tried to steer it aside, but no harm done, and taking over is Lenny Geiger. Geiger sends it out to center ice. Juracek sends a pass ahead, and now it's sent in on goal by, will be either a hooking or a tripping call. And now here's a near steal Could have been a shorthanded effort, but instead, Cechia with a chance here on the power play. Their second power play of the game. Svozil. Nice little move, steps into the slot. He still has it. His shot kicked out by McNutt. Rebound. Poke back to the line. Svozil walks down the right side. Lanky defenseman in the right corner. Sends it back to the line to Klima. Back to Svozil. Svozil, cross-ice pass over to Zelensky. Zelensky plays it into the left wing corner. Adam Bennick. His pass broken up, and now the Swiss get a chance to clear, and they do, as Jamiro Reber will send it down into the Team Cechia zone, and we've got a high sticking call. Puck played with a high stick. And the face-off will be in the Team Cechia zone. 16 minutes, 7 seconds remaining in the second period. Robin Nico Antonin for Team Switzerland with the game-tying goal. 29 seconds into the second period. 3 minutes, 53 seconds gone in this second period. So the teams have settled down a bit. The Swiss were maybe a little nervous to start. Cechia now on the attack. Galvas carries deep into the attacking zone. He'll hand it off for Tittelbach. Tittelbach, top of the right circle. His shot through a screen. It deflects back over to Tittelbach on the right side. Tittelbach can't reach a return pass, and it's going to be chopped down the ice by the Swiss defenders. And we're down to 40 seconds remaining in the penalty to Joel Kurt. Jiricek across the line for Cechia. He will drop it back. Bennick. Bennick steps into the slot. His shot goes off his stick over the goal. Tittelbach sweeps it back up the far boards. Jiricek gets it over to Galnas. His shot goes wide. Jiricek again walks along the blue line. Hands it off. He'll get it right back from the high slide. He shoots and scores. Jiricek with a goal from long range with 15 seconds left in the power play. And Team Cechia regains the lead. Jiricek with a wrister from long range. Beat McNutt over his right shoulder. He might have been screened. 4 minutes, 51 seconds into the second period. And Team Cechia regains the lead in the game. It looked like a clean shot. If it was tipped by a defender up high. And Cechia regains the lead, but the Swiss bring it right back into the Cechia zone. Sansonens sends it behind the Czech net. So unassisted goal for Jiricek. So 2 unassisted goals in the period. 1 to each team. Now Kubiesa, his pass deflects, and it's picked up by Domenicelli. He'll send it into the Team Cechia zone. He had a man out in front, that was Villard, but he couldn't get to the puck. Now here's a long wrist shot from inside the line by Mugli. That's kicked out by Evan Streit. And Current muscles the puck to center ice and then rolls it into the Swiss zone. Coming up on 6 minutes gone in the period. Now here's a bad pass picked off by Tittelbach. His shot kicked out by McNutt. Over on the left side, it's Sebastian Glass putting it behind the net. It comes back to the line, Zelensky. Zelensky, long shot, redirected by Tittelbach wide of the net. Bodies go crashing behind the net. Now Zelensky. Zelensky will roll it in behind the Swiss goal. Mugli gets it over to the far side, but Team Switzerland can't get it out. Leon Mugli gets it. Now he'll send it down ice, but it's going to be an icing call here against Team Switzerland. Shots are now 19-11 in favor of Team Cechia. Face off to the right of William McNutt. Tittelbach wins that face-off. Lukas Karl along the left side, swings it behind the net. A power play goal by Jiricek. Adam Jiricek giving Team Cechia the lead for the second time in the game. Now here's another chance. This time Tomáš Galvas came out from behind the net, tried to tuck it in on the near side, but McNutt kept that left leg pad pinned against the post to keep it out. Face off to the left of McNutt. And off the face off, it's put behind the goal. Pushed over to the far corner. Klima pushes it in behind the net. Klima had it knocked off his stick, and it comes back to the line. Shot by Schmerda is blocked, and Team Switzerland gets it out to center ice. Here's Meyer. His shot goes off a stick up into the black netting above the glass behind Adam Ebenstreit, and that will stop play with 12:39 remaining in the period. Play at center ice. Now carry it in across the line. Kobiesa rolls it down the slot. Now here's a shot from the high slot by Gallnor. That's blocked. Curran. His pass picked off, and now the Swiss get a chance to break up ice. Panzetta gets around a man, cuts toward the net, but a nice play by Ebenstreit to poke check it away from him. Ebenstreit has lost his stick. So the Team Cechia netminder without his goaltender stick. It comes back to the line. Kurt with a cross ice pass. Nobody there for Team Switzerland, and it will be sent the length of the ice by Jakub Galnar. 11 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in the period. Wasilewski lost the handle on the puck, and now the Swiss come right back, and the puck in on of this first day of the Five Nations tournament features Germany and Team USA. Team USA has won 8 of the previous 14 Five Nation tournaments. Swiss gain the Czech zone but can't keep it there, and it will be rolled back into the Swiss end. Ustenkov gets it back out to center ice. Geiger can't get it into the Team Cechia zone. Geiger again reaches for it, can't get to it. It's swept in behind the Swiss net. McNutt stops it back there for Ustenkov. Ustenkov with dual citizenship. Russia and Swiss. And now here's a steal chance for Team Cechia, and a shot goes wide of the net off of the stick of Lukáš Karl. Now centering pass, shot and a goal. Oh, perfect feed and a perfect shot. Jakub Galnar from the inner edge of the right circle beats McNutt, and it's 3-1 Team Cechia. Or will that be Tepley getting the goal? I think it'll be Tepley. Excuse me. 9:37, the time of the goal. We'll get another look at it here. But Svozil got it out to Tepley, and Tepley again with a one-timer at 9:37. And on their 22nd shot of the game, Team Cechia has its third goal. So Josef Tepley gives Cechia a 2-goal advantage. It's a 3-1 game.
Assisted by number 3, David Solville at 9:37.
So Svozil gets the lone assist on the Tepley goal. And we've had 3 goals scored in the period. The Swiss scored in the first half minute to tie the game up, but then a power play goal and an even strength goal from Team Cechia. And it's a 3-1 game. The next goal is critical. Team Switzerland cannot afford to go down by more than 2 as we've passed the halfway point of the game. 9 minutes and 25 seconds. And because of the icing call, they don't take the 60-second media break at the halfway point of the period. So we continue play here. Andre Koss, who scored the first goal of the game for Team Cechia, tried to get after it over on the far boards, couldn't get to it. Now here's an errant pass chance here for Team Cechia. Puck is loose out in front. And Lukas Karl couldn't get a shot off. And now the Swiss, who seem a bit confused in their own end, finally get it down ice. Antonin, who scored the Swiss goal 29 seconds in the period, tried to chase it down in the far corner. Couldn't get to it. And it's going to be played ahead, and here comes Karl with another chance. He scores! Karl put it between the legs of McNutt. He should have had it. McNutt not happy with himself, and just like that, it is a 4-1 game. Lukas Karl with the goal. Karl from just above the left face-off dot at 11:24, and it's 4-1 Team Cechia. So Cechia, which had 11 shots in the first period, they have 13 here in the second, and we still have 8 minutes and 35 seconds to play. And they have 3 goals on those 11 shots. Again, we want to welcome everybody watching on Hockey TV. You are looking at Game 1 of the 15th Five Nations tournament for under 17 players. The 5 nations, the United States, Cechia, Switzerland, Germany, and Slovakia. This is the first game of the tournament. Germany and USA to follow later on from the beautiful Ed Robson Arena on the lovely campus of Colorado College. Colorado College, home of the Colorado College Tigers, which play in the National Collegiate Hockey Conference. the best collegiate hockey conference in the United States, unquestionably. The Swiss bring it into the Cechia zone, but can't keep it there. And here comes Team Cechia back the other way. Benek, he lets go with a shot. Benek is the youngest player on this Team Cechia squad. He's a 07 birth date, April 10th, 2007. He's also one of the smaller players at 5'6", 141. But there's a lot of skill packed into that small, young body of his. Here comes Drabchak. His shot goes wide of the net. Now Juracek, a goal getter earlier in the period. Juracek, the defenseman, hands it off now for Kobiesa. Kobiesa plays it out in front. Now Kobiesa with a steal. His shot knocked down by McNutt. Rebound cleared but not out. Juracek keeps it in at the line. Cechia now pressuring Team Switzerland. 15 shots in the period, 3 goals. And we've got a penalty call coming here, coming to Team Cechia. It's going to be a delayed call. Delayed penalty coming here to Team Cechia. The whistle blows and the penalty will be called. 13-12 the time of the penalty. And Samuel Dranchak goes to the box. Second penalty of the game to Team Cechia. The Swiss are 0 for 1 with a power play. They need one here desperately, down by 3. Kurt gets it over the right side. Centering feed, redirected wide of the net. As Villard, or make that, excuse me, that was Wehrle deflecting it wide of the net. Now shot in on Ebenstreit. He makes the save as Antonin was out in front looking to screen. Swiss keep control. Joel Kurt along the right side. Spins it off the far board, sent back to the line. Kurt keeps it in. Bounces a pass over to Antonin. He's got a man out front, couldn't get it to him. Antonin forced behind the net. And the puck will be cleared down the ice by David Svozil. McNutt will feed it ahead to center ice. Swiss on the power play. They've got 1:05 seconds to work with. Their second power play of the game, but the puck's going to be chopped off the stick of one of the Swiss players and back into the Team Switzerland zone. Ustenkov trying to get away from a couple of Czech defenders, couldn't. And now Forget. Here come the Swiss on the attack. They've got plenty of time left in the man advantage, 35 seconds. Geiger behind the net to Villard. Villard gets it over to Forget. He'll roll it back to the line. The Swiss setting things up. Now Rieger shoots and scores. His shot from the high slot found its way into the top left corner, and another power play goal. This one for Team Switzerland. And Jamiro Rieber will get the power play goal. And that's a big one for Team Switzerland at 14:54. So Rieber with a big goal to keep Switzerland in this game. Bringing Switzerland back to within 2. Koss, who scored the first goal, gets it into the Swiss zone. Long shot from above the left circle by Galvas goes wide of the net. Loose puck behind the Swiss goal. Gathered in by Switzerland. They'll try to break out. Antonin plays it into the Cechia zone. Loose puck behind the net. It's gathered in, and now here comes Team Cechia on the attack. Tittlebach Avoids a check at center ice, gets it in across the Swiss line. 4:20 to play in the second period. It's a 4-2 Cechia lead. 5 goals have been scored in this second period. Reber stopped at the Cechia line. Now Ustenkov will send it in behind the net from outside the blue line. Battle in the far corner. Centering feed comes right through the slot and out of the zone. The Swiss have to regroup. Daniel Ustenkov sends it ahead, and here come the Swiss again on the attack. Reber with a shot stopped by Ebenstreit, and he will hold on to it, and we will have a face-off in the Cechia zone. 3 minutes 42 seconds to play in the second period. Each team with a power play goal in the second period. But Reber coming down his off wing, left-hand shot in the right circle. Off the face-off to the left of Ebenstreit. Now here's a giveaway. Shot by Geiger goes wide, and then it comes off the end boards. Ebenstreit couldn't handle it. Play continues. Mosier over on the far side for Switzerland. Works it into the right corner. Can't go any further with it. And it's lifted, but then knocked down by Geiger. Lenny Geiger puts it behind the Cechia net. Geiger, his pass picked off by Svozil. And a big hit. And now here's a chance. Puck comes right out in front. Shot by Reber is stopped. Make that Geiger, and he is stopped by Ebenstreit. Ebenstreit trying to grab the puck, couldn't get to it. But the Swiss with a couple of nice chances there, looking to pull within one as we're down to under 3 minutes to play in the second period. 4-2 game, Team Cechia. Looked to be in firm command of this one, but just as they did in the first period, the Swiss putting pressure on in the latter stages of the second period. In the first period, at one point, the Swiss were being outshot 9-0. The Swiss keep control. Puck comes into the slot. Here's Torcini with a backhand shot that's kicked out by Ebenstreit. Battle for the rebound over in the far corner. Coming away with the puck for Cechia is Jakub Galnar, and he'll dump it into the Swiss zone. Swiss quickly turn it up ice. It's tipped into the Team Cechia zone, and we'll get an icing call here. The Swiss thought they had touched it on the attack. Save on 27 Team Cechia shots. Ponzetto stopped inside the Cechia line, kept alive by the Swiss. Forget couldn't do anything with it. And right in front of the Swiss bench, Ponzetto gets control, and he'll roll it back in to the Swiss end. Under a minute to play in the period. Both teams have to have somewhat of a defensive mindset here in the final minute, although the Swiss would love to get one more to pull within one. Here's Meyer. Cross ice pass, Ustenkov. Slides it around the boards, behind the net, it's Reber. Reber centering pass. Nobody in a white Swiss jersey out in front, and here comes Team Cechia. They will dump the puck into the Swiss zone, under 20 to play in the period. Villard sends it ahead. Down the left side, Domenicelli, his pass. Richard had trouble with it, so he had to come out of the zone with it. And we're down to the final second, and there's the horn. The second period is in the books. And a high-scoring middle period here in this first game of the Five Nations tournament presented by Athletics. 5 goals scored between the two teams. Team Cechia with 3, the Swiss with 2, and our score after 2 periods of play. It is Team Cechia 4 and Team Switzerland 2. So a crazy second period from a scoring standpoint. Plenty of shots on goal. Team Cechia with 16 shots in the period. Team Switzerland with 16. And we've got ourselves a pretty good opening game here in the 2022 Five Nations tournament. So it's a 2-goal lead for Cechia after 40 minutes of play. We will take a break here from Colorado Springs. Don't go away. We've got much more coming your way. A great game one with Cechia leading by a 4-2 score. in the tournament, you need to get off to a good start if you are to harbor any hopes of winning the tournament title. So the puck is dropped and we are underway here to start the third period. 4-2 Cechia. Ken Landau with you. Thanks for being with us here on Hockey TV. Whether you're in Cechia, Switzerland, the U.S., or anywhere else, we are so glad you're with us for the first game of this year's tournament. Here's a chance for the Swiss. Centering pass by Wehrli goes through the slot, and here comes Cechia back the other way. Tittelbach will pick it up behind the Swiss net. He's muscled off the puck. Ustenkopf swings it up the far boards. Wehrli deflects it over to Antonin, who tips it out and down to the Cechia zone. It's going to be rolled back in to the Swiss zone. Meyer gets it over to the near boards, but it's swept back around the boards over to the far side where it's taken by Reber. Reber plays it back behind his own goal. Ustenkopf gives it over to John Meyer. Meyer rolls it ahead to center ice. Pucks rolled deep into the zone by Villard. Cleared out to center ice, and Richard takes over for Team Switzerland. .90 seconds gone here in the third period. Shots through 2 periods, 27 for Team Cechia, 23 for Switzerland. Zelensky plays it ahead. It's going to be sent deep into the Swiss zone. Curran comes out of the corner, sends it back to the line. Svozil works down the right side. Svozil has had his hand in a lot of the action offensively. He's an active defenseman. Now Helinski muscles his way down the left side. That long blonde hair flowing out from beneath that blue helmet. Curran gets it over to the right side. Here's a shot. Svozil's shot is stopped by McNutt. And the Swiss have a chance to clear, but they can't. Galnor. Pass, return pass intended for him, broken up, and here come the Swiss. Richard sends it deep into the Team Cechia zone. Centering pass broken up. And the puck deflects to the line. Katin will send it back in behind the net. Taken by Galvas. Here comes Team Cechia. Spilka. His pass deflects behind the net. Sebastian Glass tied up along the boards. 5 players trying to come away with control of the puck. Cechia in the red jerseys with the red pants and red socks. Switzerland with the white jerseys, black pants, and white socks. And the puck is rolled down into the Cechia zone. Just over 3 minutes into the third period. 4-2. Cechia over Switzerland. Bassan will send it deep into the Cechia zone. Battle for the puck inside the line. Wehrli can't control, is pushed ahead. Koss, who scored the first goal of the game, 2 minutes 45 seconds into the game for Cechia. Try to work it deep into the Swiss zone. Couldn't. Now he takes the puck away, then loses it. And Meyer gives it over to Ustenkopf. Fibiger for Cechia inside his own blue line. Sansonis bangs it off the left wing boards out to center ice. Ponzetti can't get to it for Switzerland. And Klima carries across the line. Long shot saved by McNutt. Rebound. And McNutt with another big stop. As charging down the slot with a rebound was Lukas Karl. So McNutt tested twice here. Ponzetto. Left-hand shot, dumps it into the Cechia zone. 4 minutes, 30 seconds into the third period. Cechia 4, Switzerland 2. First of 10 games in 5 days in this tournament. Here's Ponzetto, make that Wehrli. Sends it behind the Cechia net. Worley dropped on his backside. And Galnor plays it in behind the Swiss goal. He'll pick it up. He leaves it for Dronchak. Weselski plays it around the board. Svozil. Very active defenseman for Cechia. Plays it back behind the net. A couple of players go down as they chase after the puck over on the far boards, and the play is whistled down, and we'll get a face-off in the Swiss zone with 14 minutes 36 seconds to play in the period. A closer checking period than what we have seen in the first 40 minutes of play as Team Cechia tries to play a more defensive game. Cechia with control in the Swiss zone. Jiricek loses the handle on the puck as he tried to work into the slot. Ustenkov's pass, picked up by Tittelbach. Tittelbach at center ice, gets it over to the right side. Here is Cechia, drop pass, shot and a goal. Oh, what a beautiful play. A shot from the right circle. And a big goal for Cechia. His second goal of the game from the right circle at 5:46. But a beautiful drop pass from Koss. And Krall with his second of the game, and it is a 5-2 Cechia lead. 6 shots in the period for Cechia.
Cechia goal scored by number 16, Krall, assisted by number 20, Ambri-Piotta.
Here comes Team Switzerland. A shot goes off the top of the net. It actually knocked the water bottle off the top of the net. Didn't go in the net. Usually if the water bottle goes off the top of the net, it's because a goal was scored, but not in this case. 6 minutes, 30 seconds gone in the third period. Cechia with a big insurance goal, their 5th of the game, to lead it 5-2. And the Swiss have a tall mountain to climb to get back into this one. It's as tall as the large mountain that hovers over the host city, Colorado Springs, Pikes Peak, with an elevation of 4,302 meters or 14,115 feet. And it is a steep climb indeed when you're down by 3 with under 13 to play. That is a tall task for Team Switzerland. Patrick Schub's squad. And the puck is tipped in behind the Cechia net by Ponzetto. It'll be cleared down the ice, and behind his own net, Jamiro Reber. Now Ponzetto plays it up across the line, and the whistle blows, and we'll get a stoppage of play. Let's take a look at a comparison between these two hockey-playing countries. Switzerland with a population of 8.4 million, 30,600 plus hockey players in the nation. 18,839 of them are listed as junior level players. Just over 9,800 male players, adult men, and 2,000 women playing the sport. They have 49 indoor rinks in Switzerland, but 111 outdoor rinks, which is an interesting ratio of indoor to outdoor rinks. And some of the more notable NHL players from Switzerland include Roman Josi, Nino Niederreiter, and Jonas Hiller. Cechia, on the other hand, a population of 10.7 million. just under 130,000 hockey players in the country, 95,000 men, 30,000 junior players, just over 4,000 women, 200 indoor rinks, 8 outdoor rinks, and this information is provided by the IIHF. Notable Czech players, Jaromír Jágr, who played 25 years in the National Hockey League. Milan Hajduk, who played his entire career just up the road in Denver for the Colorado Avalanche. And Dominik Hasek, one of the greatest goaltenders in NHL and Olympic history. Cechia with control. Just over 11 minutes to play in the third period. A 5-2 Cechia lead. Tripping penalty coming up here to Switzerland as Fibiger was pulled down. Drončák plays it into the near corner. Extra skater on the ice, Kobiesa. His shot is blocked, and the Swiss still have not touched up the puck. Delayed penalty. Fibiger over on the right side. Fibiger steps into the high slot, now walks down the slot, left circle. His shot is blocked and now finally touched up by the Swiss, and the delayed penalty is finally called. First penalty of the period. As Team Cechia had 6 skaters on the ice for about a minute or so on the delayed penalty. Tripping call at 9:28. Just the third penalty of the game against Switzerland. Each team 1 for 2 on the power play so far this afternoon. And the linesman goes over to say something to the scorer's table. So Tittlebach wins the draw. Jiricek gets it over to Lukáš Král. He'll swing it back to Jiricek, back over to Král. Comes off the left wing board, sends it right out in front. Tipped by Kos, wide of the net, or stopped, I should say. Jiricek, cross ice to Gallner. And here's a giveaway long shot. Stopped by Ebenstreit. Richard is in the box for Team Switzerland. We've passed the midway point of the third period. Cechia with a 5-2 lead. Svozil gets it to Benek. His pass picked off and cleared down the ice. Ebenstreit will leave it behind his own net. Forward checking for Switzerland is Antonin. Antonin, one of the 2 goal getters for Switzerland. He scored 29 seconds into the second period. But if Cechia can score here on the power play to make it a 4-goal game, that would basically wrap this thing up. Cechia setting things up with the man advantage. Svozil gets it to Klima. Klima circles in the right circle. Fans on the shot. Now lets one go. McNutt with a save, rebound. Cleared out of the zone by Ustenkov, and Ebenstreit's going to play it himself out to center ice. 20 seconds remaining in the power play for Team Cechia. Jiricek. Pass intended for Tittlebach, too far for him. Won't go far enough for icing. And the Swiss are able to clear. There's 5 seconds left in the Richard penalty. Now Kos takes a bump over on the far boards. That'll do it for the penalty, and it's going to be rolled down the ice. There will be no icing. Richard chases it down behind the Cechia net. 8 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the third period. 1 goal scored in the first period. Cechia getting that one to lead it 1-0. There were 5 goals scored between the 2 teams in the second. 3 by Cechia, 2 by Switzerland. And after 40 minutes of play, Cechia led the game by a 4-2 score, and they've added 1 more here in the third. to bring us to a 5-2 count. Face-off coming up to the right of Adam Ebenstreit. The Swiss win the draw. Face-off from the top of the left circle. The shot is blocked. Penalty call coming here to Cechia is Juracek. Had his arms wrapped around Villard, and here's a chance for Switzerland. Villard redirected a pass wide of the net, and we're going to get a holding call here to Adam Juracek. The Swiss control. Mugli gives it over to Kurt. The Swiss on the power play. They're 1 for 2 with the man advantage. Joel Kurt plays it down the left side. Lasson will play it around the boards. It's sent back to the line. Mugli being hounded by Galnar. Galnar doing a nice job. Work the puck free, and Team Cechia gets it down the ice. 30 seconds gone in the power play. Here come the Swiss. They need one here desperately. Down by 3 with 7 minutes, 15 seconds to play. Mugli gives it over to Kurt. Joel Kurt gives it back to Mugli. Mugli thought about shooting, now gets it over on the left side. Here's a shot that's blocked. Kurt, right point, over to Mugli. Mugli with a shot, knocked down, rebound. Loose shot and a goal. Rebound picked up by Antonin, and Antonin puts it home, his second goal of the game. And the Swiss pull within 2. Antonin with the power play goal, getting the rebound. Antonin, a big body, stopped on his first effort, but he put the second effort home at 13:05. And the Swiss are not going to go away quietly today. So that makes it a 5-3 game, the 30th shot of the game for the Swiss. And now Cechia puts the puck deep into the Swiss zone. So a power play goal, their second power play goal of the game for Team Switzerland. And it is a 2-goal game. Still plenty of time left. 6 minutes, 20 seconds in the third period. Ustenkov can't keep the puck in the zone. His pass comes outside the blue line. The Swiss regroup, but then can't get the puck back into the attacking end. Here comes Cechia, long wrister by Zielinski. He was looking for a redirection, but it went in all the way on McNutt, and McNutt makes the glove save, and we'll have a face-off in the Switzerland zone. Face-off to the left of William McNutt. Now Klima sends it back to the line. Juracek, long shot, blocker save by McNutt. Galvas, I should say. Kate keeps it in the zone. Now Klima bangs it off the side of the goal. He'll get it again over on the right side. Klima gives it to Tepley. Tepley with a goal in the game. Antonin with 2 of the 3 Switzerland goals. And Lukáš Král with 2 of the 5 Cechia goals. As we are quickly approaching 5 minutes to play in the third period. Here comes Team Cechia. Adam Tittelbach, he is a nifty little player for Team Cechia. He's got a lot of skill. Rolls it behind the net. Král uses his body to shield the puck, rolls it back behind the net. Now Kurt gets it to the line, but not out. Král had it knocked off his stick from behind. Joel Kurt Plays it off the boards, back behind his own goal, and now here comes Switzerland. 4 minutes, 30 seconds to play in the third period. Long shot by Toole, kicked out by Ebenstreit. Meyer back at his own blue line. Time becoming a factor now for Switzerland. Just over 4 minutes to play, and they are down by 2 scores. Now Katan had it come off his stick at center ice. Ustenkov hounded by Kubiesa. Meyer will dump it in behind the Team Cechia net. Battle for the puck along the near boards in the Cechia zone. Bassan worked it off the wall, but it comes right over to Galnar for Cechia, and he will roll it into the Swiss zone, but he didn't gain the red line, so it's an icing call with 3 minutes 36 seconds to play in the third period. We'll keep an eye on William McNutt in the Swiss goal to see if head coach Patrick Schub will pull him for an extra attacker. And you would think he would do that relatively soon, down by 2 goals and 3.5 minutes to play. Richard. Now here's a long shot, deflects wide of the goal from just inside the blue line from Sansonis. Now the puck comes right in on Ebenstreit, and he'll glove it and hold on. And it looks like Schub's going to use his timeout here. So this might be the point where Team Switzerland head coach Patrick Schub will use his timeout and make the decision to put an extra attacker on the ice and have William McNutt have a seat on the bench in an effort to try to pull within 1 goal here. Down by 2, 3:17 to play. In this third period, each team has scored a goal. Lukas Kral scoring his 2nd goal of the game 5 minutes and 46 seconds into the period to make it a 5-2 game. As we see a couple of fans from Cechia across the way. They like what they've been seeing. Team Switzerland pulled within 2 as we see the Swiss fans across the way when Robin Nico Antonin scored his 2nd goal of the game. It came on the power play, and indeed the netminder has been pulled, so McNutt pulled at 16:43 for an extra skater. So 6 skaters on the ice for Team Switzerland as they look to pull within 1. Here's Mugli. Gets it over top of the right circle. He'll get it back at the right point. Mugli. Cross ice pass. Now Kurt. Kurt with a wrist shot. That deflects wide of the net. Rebound in the near corner. Battle for the puck along the near boards. Switzerland down by 2, under 3 minutes to play in the period as the puck deflects into the Cechia bench off one of the Swiss players. It went off the gloved hand of Joel Kurt. And again, the Swiss net is empty. That Swiss net is as empty as my Swiss bank account. Nothing there. Swiss control the face-off outside the Cechia blue line, but they're having trouble getting it back into the attacking zone. 2 minutes, 35 seconds left. Here come the Swiss on the attack. Ustenkov had it knocked off his stick, but the Swiss keep control. Puck comes right out front. Here's the shot, a goal! Oh, the Swiss score from the doorstep. It's Ponzetto, Yannick Ponzetto, from the top of the crease with the extra skater. And the extra attacker goal, and there's plenty of time left. 17:32, the time of the goal for Ponzetto. And that makes it a one-goal game. So the strategy has worked to this point. Patrick Schub, the coach for Switzerland, called his timeout, pulled netminder William McNutt, and Ponzetto redirects the feed behind Ebenstreit to make it a 5-4 game. So plenty of time left for Switzerland, 2:28 left. And the Swiss will again look to pull their netminder when they get a chance. From the face-off, Cechia will put the puck into the Swiss zone. Bassan behind his own net. So Ponzetto makes it a one-goal game, and here comes McNutt to the bench. Extra skater on the ice again for Switzerland, as they'll put the pressure on Cechia. They get the puck. Here's Bassan working along the near boards. He lost the puck. Kurt tries to keep it in, can't. Empty net, here's a chance, and the puck goes wide of the net. There will be no icing. Lukas Kral backhands it off the end boards. 6 skaters out there for Switzerland. Still plenty of time, 100 seconds left. Here come the Swiss on the attack, looking to tie this game up. It's cleared out of the zone by Kral, and it won't go far enough for icing. Mowgli plays it ahead to Reber. Reber over to the left wing boards. And it's dumped in by Ponzetto, who pulled the Switzerland within a goal just a couple of moments ago. Ustenkopf working inside the line, gets it cross ice. Here's a shot that deflects wide of the net. Approaching 1 minute to play in the third period. Less than a minute now to play in the period. Switzerland down by 1 goal. Reber in the left circle. Reber backhand shot, knocked down by Ebenstreit, and he'll hold on to the rebound. 51.3 seconds remaining in the third period. You have to hand it to Switzerland. They did not give up. When they went down by 3, they kept on fighting. But it's been the same story throughout the game. Team Cechia dominating the early stages of each period, and the Swiss battling back in the latter stages. Face off in the left circle. The Swiss control the face up, and then they lose the puck, and it's going to be rolled down the ice, headed toward the empty net. Not enough behind it. It will not go in. 38 seconds left. Here comes Switzerland. Desperate to gain the zone, and they do. Here's a chance. Here's Anthony. Oh, he hit the left post. Oh, he hit the outside of the left post. Otherwise, we'd have a tie game. Here's Kurt. Now Anthony gets it back to the line. Mowgli. Mowgli wants it back. He lets go of the blast. It deflects. Here's Antonin deep in the right circle. His shot is blocked. 10 seconds left. Kurt can't keep it into the line, and it looks like Chechia's going to hold on. 5 seconds left. And indeed they will hold on as the horn sounds, and Team Cechia wins a wild first game of this Five Nations tournament. They hold on for a 5-4 win over Team Switzerland. The Swiss dug themselves too many holes and just could not come back. They made it very interesting at the end, but Cechia holds on. The final score, Team Cechia 5 and Switzerland 4. A thrilling first game of this tournament, to say the very least.
Final score, Cechia 5, Team Switzerland 4, shots on goal 39, Switzerland 35.
So the teams will gather on their respective blue lines. But Cechia with a 5-4 win, the Swiss with a power play goal and an empty netter in the final 6 minutes and change to make it a one-goal game, and they will play the national anthem of Cechia So the national anthem of Cechia has been played. The teams now, I believe, will shake hands. But Cechia with a thrilling 5-4 win. The Swiss never gave up in this one. Cechia never trailed in the game. But an entertaining first game to this tournament. And if this is any indication as to what we're in store for throughout the rest of this tournament, there are 9 more games to go. We are in for one thrilling, exciting tournament among these under 17-year-old players. And let's take a look at the highlights from this game, and a thriller to say the very least. And the scoring started very early in this one. 2 minutes and 45 seconds into the game, and Cechia struck first. Koss getting the first goal of the game for Cechia. Andre Koss, and the Chechians really came out, took control. They scored the only goal of the first period. William McNutt in goal for Switzerland. Had a busy day to say the very least. But Robin Nico Antonin scored early in the second period, making it a 1-1 game. 3 more goals for Team Cechia in that second period. It was a 4-2 game after 2 periods. And in the end, it was a 5-4 final. A thrilling game to say the very least. But the story of the game, without a doubt, was the fact that Cechia was able to control the early stages of all 3 periods, forcing Switzerland to play desperate hockey toward the end of the first period. They built some momentum. They scored early in the second, but Cechia took over. The Swiss then scored late in the second period, again building that momentum to make it a 2-goal game after 2 periods of play, and certainly a couple of goals late here in the third period in this first game to make it a 1-goal contest at the end. But when all was said and done, Switzerland couldn't get that goal to tie things up, and Cechia wins Game 1 of the Five Nations tournament, presented by Athletics, by a 5-4 final score. A thrilling first game, and we hope we'll have more of that in Game 2 coming up a little bit later on this evening or this morning for those of you that are watching over in Europe when Team USA takes on Germany. The face-off will be at 7 o'clock Mountain Time. That's 9 o'clock Eastern Time, and early into tomorrow morning over in Europe. So a 5-4 final. Cechia beats Switzerland in Game 1. We will be back here with Game 2 in a couple of hours when the U.S. and Germany square off. For our great crew here in Colorado Springs at the Ed Robeson Arena,